Hey, what is up, Internet? This is Kyle with Slapshot Toys and Comics, finally getting to do another action figure review. Life has been absolutely crazy the last month and a half between a systems transition at the office, the wife and I taking a vacation. I just had absolutely zero time to work on these action figure reviews, but hopefully things are starting to die down just a little bit, so now I should be able to do these reviews pretty consistently, hopefully. But tonight we are going to start things back up with a review of the Disney Store Star Wars Elite Series exclusive line Rey and BB-8 action figure. Rey is one of my favorite characters from the new film, so I've been really wanting to get this figure and add it to my Star Wars collection. So let's go ahead and open this figure up. Here's the BB-8 and Rey figures out of the packaging, and I've got to say, this just looks absolutely phenomenal. My first impressions, the sculpting is absolutely wonderfully done. The BB-8 figure is just fantastic. It looks absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to put this in my display case. But let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that the Disney Store gave us. Taking a look at the accessories that the Disney Store has given us, these are actually quite impressive. Normally the Elite Series figures so far have only come with the standard base and maybe one weapon. They haven't given us too many options in as far as accessories are concerned for the rest of the figure line. However, the Rey and BB-8 figures come with quite a few cool options. So taking a look at them, the first thing that we get, like I said, comes standard with all the Elite Series figures, is this really cool base. I like that it has kind of the paneling etched out there with like the little rivets there on the side, nice little Star Wars logo etched on the side, and you do have your foot peg. This base is really nice because these figures are die cast, so they're a little bit hard to get to stand on their own. This makes that much easier. So it's really nice that Disney Store has given us just kind of a standard uniform base that we can put all these figures on. It works out really well on my display case. Next up, we have Rey's scavenging backpack, and this looks really good. I love the browns that they used. Makes it look like worn leather. Could use a little bit more wear, I guess, and would be my only kind of nitpick on this. That would be nice to see maybe some black, darker brown weathering in it. But otherwise, other than just a solid tone, it looks really good. Love like all the little details, like all the little canisters and all the everything else that they put in here. Just looks really good. Over here, got the little buckles on the front, and the nice thing is this is all nice pliable rubber, but this also unhinges here, and actually it doesn't look like that one does, but so you can actually slide this on Rey extremely easily. I don't think it would obviously be extremely hard to get it around her arms and everything if you had to just kind of pull those off. So the Disney Store did give us that nice little release right there, and this little peg just plugs into that hole, and then you can put it on Rey's back nice and easy. But a really cool, nice little backpack that we come with. Next we have the blaster, and this looks really good. And it still disappoints me that the original trilogy Stormtroopers blaster was so poorly designed, because this one looks really good, much like the First Order blaster. So we see all like the nice little detailed lines in there, even at like the little exhaust heat holes there in the actual barrel of the blaster. Again, all the line work in there, nice little black. The grip looks fantastic, even has the little trigger sculpted in there. Just a wonderfully sculpted blaster to show off the one that is used in the film. Next we have the lightsaber. Now this is an addition. I guess when the first line of this figure came out, the Disney Store obviously didn't want to give anything from the movie away, so they did not include the lightsaber, but now it is included with the Rey figures, because let's be honest, if you haven't seen it, you're probably not going to, or you don't care to see it. So this is a really cool lightsaber. I love the translucent light blue that they use, nice little sky blue. The hilt looks phenomenal. All the little buttons and detail are all sculpted in there. The black line work down there at the bottom of the hilt looks phenomenal. Mine came out, the one I got is super clean. This is just a fantastic little lightsaber. As you can kind of see, it's bent just a little bit. I've been trying to work that out. Haven't had much luck so far, but hopefully I can get it a little bit straighter just to look a little bit nicer. And then last we have the staff that Rey uses. And again, this looks really cool. This is a little bit harder rubber. It doesn't move as easily as the backpack straps do, but it's detailed wonderfully with like the little leather wraps there. Love the grays that they use throughout. Just looks really good. And I usually display this Rey with this over the lightsaber just because I like kind of the scavenger look of Rey from the beginning of the film, and that's kind of like how I like to have her displayed. This is really nice, and this is fairly easy to get over her head and sits nicely across her shoulder, and this across her back. It looks really good. But these are really some really good accessories. I hope that the future releases that Disney starts to do a little bit more accessories in this vein for the rest of the line, other than just the one weapon. It just makes it feel like we have more options to display the figures with. Taking a look at the figure itself, I think Disney did an absolutely wonderful job, especially for diecast, of capturing Daisy Ridley's look. And it just really looks like Rey and looks, in my opinion, fantastic. This is probably my favorite as far as like the 6-inch roughly scale figures. I like this much better than the Black Series figure as far as sculpting. That's my personal opinion. But taking a closer look, like I said, I really think that they nailed the look of Daisy Ridley really well, to be honest, especially for diecast. I did have to go through a couple of them to find one that had this good of a face paint. A lot of them kind of had the darker browns on the forehead and a few little mistakes here and there, but I was able, digging through, I was able to find one that looked what I thought was really good. But like I said, I think the face came out fantastic. Mouth, eyebrows, everything looks really good. Hair looks fantastic. I love that they did get the 3 buns that she has in the film. I think that looks really, really good. Everything from the robes are sculpted really, really well, and this is like kind of like an outer rubber shell that covers the actual metal body, and I think that looks really, really good, like the robes that she wore in the movie. You have the armbands here. Now these are just painted on. This is all paint apps, so there's no like actual rubber or anything like that over her arm on the wraps on her arms, but still looks really, really good. Belts look really good. Have a nice little satchel there on the side. Going down, this is a real nice pliable rubber for the robes again, sculpted wonderfully. Got the pants and everything. Like again, this is just paint, nothing actually physical rubber or anything like that. Paint looks really good throughout the legs. Can't see the knee joints. They're obviously there, but it is a die-cast figure, so it's not as easy to hide as the plastic. Again, their boots are all just painted. But overall, it looks really good. Like I said, I think this sculpt looks fantastic. The only drawback to the sculpting and everything of the die-cast figures, if we take a look at the back, we do get these massive screw holes. Now, this doesn't bother me at all, but I just wanted to show you guys because this entire Elite series, because it is die-cast, it has to have the screws to hold the figure together. So they are there. Now, a lot of them are covered, like down here on the legs and things, by the robes, so that's not that big of a deal. But all these up here at the top are fully open. So just when you buy this, the whole Elite series is this way. So when you buy these figures, just make sure you are aware of that they have these massive holes on the back and a lot of kind of paint chipping and things like that because of the holes. So if you're gonna be bothered by that, make sure you do not pick up any of these Elite series lines. Like I said, it doesn't bother me at all. I never show the back of my figures, so it's perfectly fine for me, but I wanted to make sure that warning is out there. Taking a look at the articulation now, this is a die-cast figure, and as with most of the actual figures in this Elite Series line, the articulation isn't the greatest. Now, I actually do think this is the best one that I've seen in this line so far. So as far as head articulation, she can go side to side. We get a little bit of down motion, but not a whole lot going up, so that's about as high as she can actually look up. As far as arms, her arms go out about 90 degrees to her body. She can rotate them all the way around like so. She is hinged at the elbow, so we get a nice 90 degrees there, and there is rotation at the hand, at the wrist there. There is no articulation as far as torso. She can do basically the full splits, as we can see there. She does have not rotation, but she is hinged at the knee, so we get about a 90 degree range of motion there. Then we have at the boot, we do have an up and down hinge, no rotation and no ankle pivot. But overall, I think that this is one of the better die-cast figure articulations that I've seen. This is definitely by far the best one in the Elite series that I have so far. She can get into a lot more poses than what some of the other figures in this line can. But let's be honest, like with it being a die-cast figure, it's mainly going to be more of like a statue more than, you know, a dynamic pose type action figure. And that's kind of what I collect them for more, is the more kind of, I guess, statue-esque qualities of them, because I love the weight, I love the sculpts and all that, and I just kind of keep them in a very traditional vanilla pose as she falls down there. So I don't really do a whole lot with these figures. So as long as you go into it knowing that you're getting the more statue kind of articulation, you should be fine. Now we're going to take a look at the crown jewel of this set, and that would be the BB-8 figure. And this is the coolest BB-8 figure I've seen so far outside of like the actual remote control one, or I haven't seen the Hot Toys one yet, so I don't know how that one came out. But this one is absolutely awesome. So as far as articulation, we don't get really hardly anything. Basically, it's head and swivel. That's it. But I mean, just the sculpt and the weight of this is fantastic. I mean, we everything from all like the little circle designs here, all the little panels are sculpted out, painted. I mean, just phenomenal. This is just a fantastic little BB-8. I'm so happy. I cannot believe, honestly, that the Disney store actually included him in this package. I would think, because they actually have an R2-D2 out now that's separate and $25. So I'm extremely surprised they didn't actually try to charge us $25 for this, but they were awesome enough to include it with the Ray. And this is just an awesome, awesome piece. He's almost worth the price. I mean, I love the Ray, but this BB-8 is almost worth the price of the figure itself. And what's really cool is it's actually weighted there. So no matter how you move it around, it's always going to go right back to the standing upright position, which is something I was a little bit worried about when I saw in the packaging he was fully rounded. I was like, well, how in the world is he going to actually stay standing up? But they have a really nice weight system in there, and it just looks like he's awesome from the movie. I love BB-8, and this is just an awesome figure. So if you need a BB-8 figure, and I think the scale is just absolutely perfect with the two next to each other. So if you need a fantastic BB-8, just get this set just for that BB-8. Alright, so that is going to do it for my review of the Disney Store exclusive Elite Series line Ray and BB-8 action figure. Like I said, I think this is just a phenomenal Ray piece, and honestly, in my opinion, it's the best piece you can buy in this price point and scale. I like it a lot more than the Black Series, but just go into it knowing that if you want a figure that you can put in some dynamic poses or anything like that, or if you really don't like the screws on the back, this may not be the figure for you. But for me, collecting the Elite Series, I think this is just a wonderful Ray piece, and outside of probably the Hot Toys, this is the best BB-8 and Ray that I think you can get, in my opinion. So make sure, if you guys are into Ray, or just if you guys collect the Elite Series, make sure you definitely pick this piece up. If you just want a Ray piece and more like a statue, kind of smaller statue, pick this piece up. If you want something really dynamic and posable, maybe not pick this up. But it's still a wonderful Ray piece, and I'm so happy I get to add it to my collection. But like I said, the BB-8's almost worth it alone. You could probably put that with the Black Series, and it looked phenomenal. It's just a wonderfully designed BB-8. So that is going to do it for me tonight. Like I said, I apologize so much for the long delay. Life just got absolutely crazy, so I haven't had much time to do this. But hopefully things are dying down, so I'll be able to put out these reviews much more regularly. I do have quite a few things upcoming. I have quite a few Batman and Spider-Man figures I'm going to get up hopefully within the next week or two. As soon as Sideshow gets them in stock, I have the Captain America Civil War hot toy and the Batman from Batman v Superman hot toy, both pre-ordered, so hopefully I'll get those within the next couple weeks. I'm really, really hoping, because I really want to get those figures, put them on my display, and review them. So hopefully those will get here soon. I have a couple cons I'm going to in September that I think will be absolutely fantastic, and hopefully I get some really cool things I can review and get those up. I do think I'm going to cut back just a little bit on the comic videos, just because those take a lot of work to put together. I'm just not getting a whole lot of feedback on them. But if you guys did like this video, make sure you guys go ahead, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the Elite Series figure line. Let me know what you guys think of this Ray figure, and let me know what you guys think of this BB-8 figure. Love to talk to you guys about Star Wars figures, comics, whatever you guys want. Love any feedback you guys have. And go ahead and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. That way you guys don't miss any of the future content, especially the Hot Toys, because I'm extremely excited to review both of those, and hopefully those will be up soon. But that is going to do it for me tonight, and I want to thank you guys so much for taking a look at these videos, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.